Coming to the next topic. Okay. So the previous topic we had discussed the potential energy of a bar magnet placed in a magnetic field. Before that, what is the torque experienced by the bar magnet when it is placed in a magnetic field? Okay. So the torque is mb sin theta, but the potential energy is minus mb cos theta. Okay. Now we are going to discuss the new important topic, that is Bohr magneton. What is the Bohr magneton? Which is nothing but the magnetic dipole moment of an atom that is due to the revolving electron. We know that till now we discussed only the magnet only have a dipoles. Not only the magnet, also atom also have a dipole. So how an atom behaves like a dipole? Okay, let us consider in every atom, the nucleus is composed of proton and the neutron. Okay, so it have an orbit. In every orbit, the electrons that revolves. Okay, so when this electron revolves, when this electron that revolves around this nucleus, okay, so in every atom, an electron that revolves around the nucleus, that we have studied from our lower classes, that revolving around the nucleus. Okay, so likewise when it's revolving, a revolving electron is like a current loop. How in a circular loop that current is flowing, same like when an electron revolving around this particular orbit, that behaves like a circular loop. So it is like a revolving electron. It is like a revolving electron in circular loop. Not in a circular loop. It is like a revolving electron. Looks like a circular loop. Okay. So when it in a circular loop also, whenever the current flows, that have a magnetic dipole moment. So an electron also revolving around the nucleus in a particular orbit. So this So this electron in a orbit that behaves like a magnetic dipole moment. So it is a electron revolving around the nucleus like a circular loop. And then these electron, suppose if you assume if an electron that revolves around this in an anticlockwise. So there is an electron of mass m that revolves around the nucleus in an anticlockwise. So the direction of the current produced, it is always opposite to the direction of an electron, that we know that. So I is the direction of the current. So here electron that revolves in an anticlockwise. So electron that revolves in an anticlockwise. So the corresponding current. What is the direction of the current? The current in this loop is in opposite direction. What is the opposite direction? Clockwise. So current in clockwise. So if the current flows in a clockwise, the upper portions that behave as a south pole, whereas the lower portion that behave as a north pole. So same like a bar magnet, here the electron also have a magnetic dipoles. So we can say that an electron in an atom also behaves like a magnetic dipole. Hence it is proved. So 1 year board exam they ask the questions, in under which situations an electron also behaves like a magnetic dipole. This is the conditions. So in an atom, if the electron rotates in anticlockwise directions, the corresponding current, the direction of the current is always just opposite to the direction of electron. If electron revolves in an anticlockwise, then the current is in clockwise directions. So the upper end of this regions in the loop that act as this is the direction of the current, imagine current in a loop. So the upper end act as a south pole, lower end in the loop act as a north pole. So we can say that an atom also behaves like a magnetic dipole moment. So an atom also behaves like a magnetic dipole moment. Now we are going to obtain the Bohr magneton for an electron revolving around the nucleus. Listen. Okay. As we know already, in an orbit, the electron that revolves around the nucleus, this is the nucleus. This is the direction of the electron in an anticlockwise. So current induced. So current due to revolving electrons. What is the current due to revolving electron? We know the current is rate of flow of charge. Rate of flow of charge. Here charge is E, electronic charge. What is the current? From current electricity we know that a current is defined as a rate of flow of charge. Here the flow of charge I taken as E. But what is the path of the electron that revolving around the nucleus? That have a angular velocity or linear velocity? Angular velocity, because electron revolves in a path. Like what is the path? You know, like a circular path. Okay. So in the path, does not have a linear velocity, angular velocity. So we know that the angular velocity of an electron is, what is an angular velocity? Angular velocity of revolving electron, that is omega is equal to angular displacement by time. Angular displacement by time, which is equal to, for one full rotation, if an electron revolves one round, then the angular displacement is 2 pi, then the time is t. So from this we can get time is equal to 2 pi by omega. So substitute this value in 1, then equation 1 becomes, then the current, then equation 1 becomes I is equal to E by 2 pi by omega, which is equal to E omega by 2 pi. So we have the value of current I. Okay. So this atom behaves like a magnetic dipole moment. Therefore, the magnetic dipole moment of an atom, electron in an atom, what is it? That is M is equal to NIA, whereas N is number of turns. Electron in the orbit, first orbit for hydrogen atom, N is equal to 1, and the current I we found it. What is the value of the current I? That is equal to E omega by 2 pi into area. For a circular area, what is the formula? That is pi r square. So pi cancel, then the magnetic dipole moment is 1 by 2 into E omega r square. 1 by 2 into E omega r square. So this is magnetic dipole moment of an electron in an atom. Electron that revolving around the atom or in the nucleus. Okay. So we have found this. But while the electron that revolving around the nucleus, okay, in an atom, we can bring the concept Bohr's postulates. What is the Bohr's postulates? Already we know the Bohr's postulates. According to Bohr's postulates, he gave the 3 famous postulates. Already we have discussed that in atom lesson. For an hydrogen atom, every electron that revolves only in the definite orbit. While it's revolving around the definite orbit, that does not radiate any energy. The particular orbit is called stationary orbit. So, from Bohr's postulate, what is the first postulate says? Electron revolves only in definite orbit. Electron that can revolve only in the definite orbit, that is called stationary orbit. While it revolves in the particular stationary orbit, that does not radiate any energy. அப்ப எப்ப electron energy radiate பண்ணனும்னா, when a transmission takes place from one orbit to another orbit, electron வந்து அதனோட orbitல இல்லாம இன்னொரு orbitக்கு jump பண்றப்போ that radiate energy. நமக்கு அது தேவையில்லை. So what is a stationary orbit from the first postulates of the Bohr's theory? So this is called a stationary orbit, and from this, when electrons revolves around the nucleus, they have a definite angular momentum. So while it revolves, it have definite angular momentum. What is the angular momentum of an electron? The angular momentum is nothing but some integral multiples of h by 2 pi. It is some integral multiples of h by 2 pi. Integral multiples of h by 2 pi, which means it can be quantized. Which means it can be quantized. Which can be quantized. So according to the relations from second postulate, that angular momentum is some integral multiples of h by 2 pi. But angular momentum relations we know from 11th standard system of particle rotation. We got it. What is an angular momentum? That is L is equal to mvr, which is equal to nh by 2 pi, where n is the Planck's constant and n is the state of the orbit. For an hydrogen atom, only the first state. We are considering only for a hydrogen atom. Okay. Then also we know the relation between linear velocity and angular velocity. V is equal to r omega. Then here m into r omega into r is equal to nh by 2 pi. Therefore m omega into r square is equal to nh by 2 pi. Okay. From this we can get the value of omega r square. So omega r square, which is equal to nh by 2 pi m. So this is equation number 2 and this is equation number 1. So substitute this value in magnetic dipole moment case. Substitute this value in magnetic dipole moment case. So what you will get? By substituting this value in the magnetic dipole moment, we have, so m is equal to already 1 by 2 into e omega r square. So 1 by 2 into e into, what is the omega r square? That is nh by 2 pi m. So which is equal to e into nh by 4 pi m. Yes, 4 pi m. Here we can write it like NEH by 4 pi m, which is equal to n into EH by 4 pi m, where n is the stationary orbit under which the stationary orbit the electron revolves, and E is the charge of an electron, H is the Planck's constant, 4 pi is a constant, and m is the mass of a charge, that is the electronic mass. Okay, so these are all constant terms. This constant is denoted by, in this equation 3, this constant is called as, this constant EH by 4 pi is called, it's a Bohr magneton. Okay, this is called Bohr magneton, and this value is, substitute the value. So where this value is called Bohr magneton, we will write it here, where EH by 4 pi m, which is called as Bohr magneton, that is mu e. What is its value? So mu e is equal to EH by 4 pi m. So substitute all the constant values. 1.6 into 10 to the power minus 19 joule, 19 coulomb into Planck's constant value, 6.626 into 10 to the power minus 34 joules again, divided by 4 into 3.14 into, what is the mass of an electron? The electron mass is always constant, that is 9.1 into 10 to the power minus 31 kilogram. After simplifying all this, the Bohr magneton value of a revolving electron, which is equal to 9.27 into 10 to the power minus 24 ampere meter square. So this is the value of Bohr magneton. Okay, so we obtained the value of Bohr magneton, but this is the least value of the atomic dipole moment. So this Bohr magneton is least value of the atomic dipole moment. So this equation we can modify. M is equal to n into mu e. M is equal to n into mu e, where mu e is the Bohr magneton, and we obtain the value. So this value is the least value of atomic dipole moment. So this is the least value of atomic dipole moment. Okay, so this is the least value of atomic dipole moment. Now we want to find one more thing from this relation. And this value is associated with the atom due to orbital motion of an electron. And this is associated with an atom, and this is associated with an atom due to orbital motion of an electron. Therefore, this is the least value of the magnetic dipole moment of a revolving electron. From this we can also find the gyromagnetic ratio. So the gyromagnetic ratio, which is the ratio to the magnetic dipole moment to its angular momentum. Magnetic dipole moment to its angular momentum of a revolving electron. Okay, so the gyromagnetic ratio, it's very important thing. Bohr magneton value calculate panna. Also we are going to find the gyromagnetic ratio. So the gyromagnetic ratio is the ratio between the magnetic dipole moment to the angular momentum of an electron, angular momentum of revolving electron. So which is equal to m by L. Already m value we found it. What is the value of m? It is E into nh by 4 pi m divided by, what is the angular momentum of an electron? Some integral multiples of h by 2 pi r. So E nh by 4 pi m into the denominator value changed. So 2 pi by nh. So pi and nh cancel, and 2 and this become 2 by 4 become 1 by 2. So E into 1 by 2m, that is E by m. Okay. So the gyromagnetic ratio is the ratio between the charge of an electron to the double of the mass of the charge particle. What is the electronic mass? And substituting this value, the electronic charge is 1.6 into 10 to the power minus 19 coulomb divided by 2 into, what is the mass of the electron? It is 9.1 into 10 to the power minus 31 kilogram. So 1.6 divided by 2 into 9.1 into 10 to the power minus 19 plus 31 coulomb kilogram inverse. So after dividing this, the value is 8.8 into 10 to the power 10 coulomb kilogram inverse or per kilogram. So this is the gyromagnetic ratio. So the gyromagnetic ratio is 8.8 into 10 to the power 10 coulomb kilogram inverse. Okay. So once again I will explain how to obtain the Bohr magneton. Okay. So Bohr magneton is a very simple concept. Generally, the magnet which is placed in external magnetic field that produce a torque. So it have a magnetic dipole moment. Same like electron in an atom, while it's revolving in one direction, then the atom in a nucleus also behaves like a magnetic dipole moment. So not only the magnet have a magnetic dipole moment, an atom also have a What is the magnetic dipole moment? Suppose an atom is revolving in an anti-clockwise and the direction of the current is in clockwise. So in that cases, the upper portion of the part of the electron acts as a north pole, how the current flows in a circular loop. Then the lower portion of this electron revolves in a nucleus, behaves like a north pole. So atom behaves like a magnetic dipole moment. So first we want to determine the current. So the current is rate of flow of charge, and from that we want to find the time. How can you find the time? Because the path of an electron that have an angular momentum, so it have an angular velocity also. The angular velocity is equal to angular displacement by time. So time is equal to, what is the time? Time is equal to angular displacement by angular velocity. So 2 pi by omega. So instead of time you substitute 2 pi by omega, and then you can get the magnetic dipole moment of a revolving electron. So the magnetic dipole moment of a revolving electron is uptime using the Bohr's postulates. So Bohr have from the Bohr's first two postulates. The first two postulates state about the stationary orbit of a revolving electron, and this stationary orbit, in this stationary orbit, when the electron revolves, that does not radiate any energy. But when it radiates energy, suppose if it electron transmission takes place from one orbit to another orbit, then the energy radiation takes place. Okay, and the second postulate about the angular momentum, because the charge can be quantized. So every electron that can have a angular momentum, that is some integral multiples of h by 2 pi. H is the Planck's constant. The angular momentum L is equal to nh by 2 pi, and after substituting all this, we'll get the magnetic dipole moment of a revolving electron in an atom. Okay, here we introduce the new constant, that is mu e, that is nothing but a Bohr magneton. So our aim is to obtain the Bohr magneton of a revolving electron around the nucleus. So this is the constant terms from this equation. So the charge of an electron, Planck's constant, then mass of an electron and 4 pi. So all these are a constant. This constant value, by substituting this known value, will get the Bohr magneton. So the Bohr magneton, which is equal to 9.27 into 10 to the power minus 24 ampere meter square. And this magnetic value, this Bohr magneton value is very less, in the order of 10 to the power minus 24. So it is the least value of the atomic dipole moment, and this is associated with an atom due to a orbital motion of an electron. Now we want to find the gyromagnetic ratio. You know gyroscope already in the lesson 7th from class 11, system of particle rotations, we have discussed. So the gyromagnetic ratio is the ratio between magnetic dipole moment to the angular momentum of a revolving electron. So எந்த ஒரு பார்ட்டிகளும் ரிவால்வ் ஆயிட்டு இருக்கப்போ ரெண்டோட ரேஷியோ, ஒன்னு டைபோல் மொமெண்ட்டுக்கும் அந்த பார்ட்டிகளோட ஆங்குலர் மொமெண்டத்துக்கான ரேஷியோ தான் gyromagnetic ratio. Then we know the magnetic dipole moment. So the magnetic dipole moment divided by angular momentum, then after rearranging, which is equal to E by 2m, that is the charge of electron divided by 2 into mass of an electron. By substituting all the known value, we have the gyromagnetic ratio, that is 8.8 into 10 to the power 10 coulomb per kilogram. Per 1 kilogram, this much charges are there for a single electron. So in this case, we use only the hydrogen atom, because for an hydrogen you can ask the question, sir, inga n irukku sir, but n oda value inga engeyume use pannala yen sir appadina, because for an hydrogen revolves in an hydrogen atom, electron revolves only in the first state. So n is equal to 1. புரிஞ்சுதுங்களா? இங்க n யூஸ் பண்ணிருக்கோம், அதை ஏன் சார் வேற எங்கேயும் எடுத்துக்கலனா hydrogen atomக்கு n oda value 1, because in the first state. Okay, so this is the Bohr magneton of a revolving electron in an atom, and this is the gyromagnetic ratio. But generally this Bohr magneton value is very least. Okay, so why it is very least, and how atom behaves as a dipole moment. So that is the further question can be asked from this topic. Thank you. Look at the question 1. This is a question which is related from Bohr magneton. Okay, in a hydrogen atom, the electron moves in an orbit of radius 0.5 angstrom, that making the speed 10 to the power 16 rotation per second. Find the magnetic dipole moment. Okay, for an hydrogen atom, that have single proton and single electron. Okay, this is the path of an electron in an hydrogen atom. So this is hydrogen nucleus, and they mention the radius. What is the radius? And also they given their frequency. Okay, so first we'll write the given value. What are they given? It is radius, it is 0.5 into 10 to the power minus 10 meter, and then the frequency. What is the angular frequency? The angular frequency of revolving electron is 10 to the power 16 rotation per second, and electron only revolves now. So the charge of an electron is 1.6 into 10 to the power minus 19 coulomb. Okay, so we want to find the magnetic dipole moment. We want to find the magnetic dipole moment, that is equal to IA. But the current value we don't know. But what is the current? The current is just opposite to the direction of flow of electron, which is equal to rate of flow of charge. Current is the rate of flow of charge. So E into 1 by T, which is equal to E into the reciprocal of time, which is equal to the frequency of, so E nu. Now we can substitute this value. So the magnetic dipole moment is I. What is the I? E nu, and the area. What is the area? The area of the revolving electron is a circular area. It is pi r square. So into, what is the pi r square? So substitute all the value. The charge of electron is 1.6 into 10 to the power minus 19 coulomb. Into the frequency, it is 10 to the power 16 rotation per second, into value of pi is 3.14 and the radius square. So 0.5 into 0.5 and 10 to the power minus 20. So after the simplification, finally the magnetic dipole moment of revolving electron in an hydrogen atom is 1.256 into 10 to the power minus 23 ampere meter square. Okay, I repeat once again, it's very simple questions. For an hydrogen atom, this is hydrogen atom, the electron, this is an electron that revolves around the nucleus with the radius of 0.5 angstrom, that making the angular frequency of 10 to the power 16 rotation per second. Then what is the magnetic dipole moment of orbital motion of a revolving electron? So we know the magnetic dipole moment of revolving electron, that is NIA. For an hydrogen atom, N is equal to 1. So IA. Then, but the current is rate of flow of charge. So the charge into reciprocal of time equal to frequency, and the area of this revolving electron, so circular area pi r square. Substituting this both the value here, then the final answer is the magnetic dipole moment of revolving electron. Same like another one questions we are going to discuss. Same like the first question. In the previous questions, we have found the magnetic dipole moment. Same like there is an atom. This is the nucleus of an hydrogen atom. Okay, this is a nucleus of hydrogen atom. An electron which is revolve around this nucleus. When an electron revolves around the nucleus with the speed of, they given the speed of this electron in an hydrogen atom is 2.3 into 10 to the power 6 meter per second. Having the orbital radius r. What is orbital radius? That is 0.53 angstrom. Find the magnetic dipole moment. Okay, first we will write the given things. What are all the given? The given values, the speed, orbital speed of the electron in an hydrogen atom, that is 2.3 into 10 to the power 6 meter per second, and then the radius of revolving electron from the nucleus, that is 0.53 angstrom, that is 10 to the power minus 10 meter. Okay, so we want to find the magnetic dipole moment. So magnetic dipole moment M is equal to IA, but the current is rate of flow of charge. Current is the rate of flow of charge, and the time we found already. The angular velocity is angular displacement by time, which is equal to 2 pi into 1 by t, which is equal to 2 pi nu. Okay, or t is equal to, what is the t? T is equal to 2 pi r by v, or t is equal to 2 pi r divided by v. This is another one time period. So substitute this time period. So we have two relations. Angular velocity is equal to angular displacement by time. Okay. So t is equal to 2 pi by omega. V is equal to r omega. V is equal to r omega. So omega is equal to v by r. So 2 pi by v by r, which is equal to 2 pi r by v. எப்படி வந்திருக்குன்னு புரியுதுங்களா? கவனிங்க. Angular velocity is equal to angular displacement by time. So mutually transfer பண்ணியாச்சு இது ரெண்டையும். So t is equal to 2 pi by omega. But v is equal to r omega, omega is equal to v by r. Rearrange பண்ணா நமக்கு என்ன கிடைச்சிருச்சு? Time கிடைச்சிருச்சு. Substitute this time here. So time t is equal to e by 2 pi r by v or ev by 2 pi r. இப்போ இந்த வேல்யூவை நம்மளோட magnetic dipole momentல substitute பண்ணுங்க. Then the magnetic dipole moment m is equal to ia. So I is nothing but ev divided by 2 pi r. Okay, ev by 2 pi r into area. What is the area of the orbit? It is pi r square. Pi r square. So r இதுல இருக்க ஒரு r cancel ஆயிரும். So 2 pi pi cancel. Then EVR divided by 2. So finally we have EVR divided by 2. Substituting all this value, and finally we have the magnetic dipole moment is 9.75 into 10 to the power minus 24 ampere meter square. So this is the magnetic dipole moment of revolving electron in this hydrogen atom, moving with the speed and the corresponding radius. Thank you.